The following is a Richie on Sports production.
From 800 Webb Street in the Elmwood area, right behind Ochsner Hospital, it's the Big Easy Sportsplex of baseball wonderland and more. Hi again, everyone. Inside the Big Easy Sportsplex, Eric Ritchie alongside Joey Cabaceres. Louisiana baseball, college prep, even some pro baseball to talk about. It's a fun time of the year, Joey.
Best time of the year. Teams are red hot right now. We're seeing who's rising from the top and dropping to the bottom.
We'll talk college and prep baseball and really get into the Catholic League schedule as well. But we lead off tonight's show with the Wally Pontiff Jr. Baseball Classic. Wally Pontiff Jr. burst onto the scene at LSU, hitting .347 and 7 home runs as a freshman, winning the MVP of the SEC tournament and helped lead the Tigers to a national championship. Over the next 2 seasons, Wally established himself as the leader of LSU baseball, making all regional teams every year he played. But in July of 2002, tragedy.
It was the worst news any family can get.
Wally Jr. had died in his sleep from a genetic heart condition.
It tore us apart. I didn't know how I was going to live. But I had a family. I had a wife and 2 children, and I, had great faith.
You wish every day he could be back, but God had a plan, has a plan for every single person, and someday we'll figure out why it was planned that he had to go.
LSU opened the following season with a special dedication to their fallen third baseman.
If you had a daughter, you would definitely want her to marry Wally Pontiff Jr. because such a great young man.
Wally would look us in the eye and said, hey, move on, go play like I did, play 110% and play your best, and that's what we're going to concentrate on doing.
Aaron Hill replaced Wally at third base for LSU and is still flourishing in the majors, something the Pontiffs can only wonder what might have been.
6 months before he passed away, he mentioned something to me in the car. He said, Dad, if I make it big in big leagues or a doctor, I'm going to give back. That's what we're doing. We're doing it through him.
So for 10 years now, the Wally Pontiff Jr. Foundation has been going strong, raising money and giving back to area youth, with the big event each year, LSU coming to New Orleans and playing in the Wally Pontiff Jr. Classic. What can people do to help the Pontiff Foundation?
They can keep supporting what we're doing. The dreams that Wally had, to love their children, to give them a hug every night, to kiss them, because you don't know if they're going to be there tomorrow.
Represented everything that was good about college athletics. And this game is really just a way to keep the memory of him alive and what he stood for, and to continue to be an example for the current LSU Tiger baseball players on just how you're supposed to conduct yourself as an athlete and as a student and as a person.
He kind of saw the big picture. He saw the big picture, Eric, and he knew that, my life here is to be able to impact as many people as possible. And that's kind of what the foundation's all about, is how many children and how many people can we help throughout with the finances that we're able to raise from this game and from the golf tournament every year.
So I've known the Pontiff family for well over 20 years, and 12 years ago they had their tragedy with Wally. Jesuit kid, local product, played at then Metairie Playground. They named the playground after him. This event specifically it keeps that in light. It keeps baseball alive around here with his name attached to it. Something that I think is really good for our area as well as the state. And hats off to the Pontiff family for taking this tragedy and having it turn into something as great as the Pontiff Classic.
And we will stay right at Zephyr Field for this week's LSU report and the right-hander himself, Big Aaron Nola. Aaron, what a year it's been. You look at the numbers. I know you hate talking about yourself and the numbers, but what stands out to you? The 0.70 ERA, the 84 strikeouts, third in the country. What's, out of all those stats, which ones do you like the best?
For myself, runners in scoring position. Limiting those guys scoring from second base and third base. I feel like I've gotten better on the mound in those areas, and and I've got more comfortable. You know, I've learned how to slow the game down and, you know, control a lot of my emotions when guys get in scoring position.
You know, the year that you had last year, many called near perfect, and, you know, right up till the College World Series. And people were like, how are you going to have a better year than last year? And here you are, once again, matching last year's numbers. How have you been able to do that?
It's all about preparation for me, and, you know, all about focus. You know, if I put those two together, you know, good things are going to happen, and, you know, it showed so far.
We led off the show with the Wally Pontiff Jr. Baseball Classic. What does this game mean to you, Aaron, and the memory of what Skip Bertman called everybody's All-American?
Yeah, this game means a lot for me, and it means a lot for the team and the fans, and for everybody who comes to this game. We all know Wally was a great, unbelievable player at LSU, and he'll always will be remembered. And, you know, that's why we do this thing over here, you know, for his remembrance and you know, his family. And, you know, this is always a special time for us.
Time for us to take our first break here in Louisiana baseball. Later in the show, the Catholic League. High school baseball at its finest as it comes down the stretch. But up next, we'll head to Lafayette, where the Ragin' Cajuns continue to win baseball games. We're back after this. Louisiana baseball is brought to you by Big Easy Sportsplex. Also by Spirits on Bourbon, Arrow Fence, and MyHealthInsuranceLady.com.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us. Why are you a member?
In the heart of the French Quarter, the recently renovated Spirits on Bourbon, as seen on Spike TV, is your must-see destination on Bourbon Street. Try the Barber Beer. It's not a beer, it's a delicious mixed drink with whipped cream vodka, root beer schnapps, cream soda, and topped with whipped cream. Or if you dare, pay homage to our resident ghost, Edward Dubois, and have a shot in his barber chair. Come hungry. Our great food is served 24 hours a day, Thursday through Monday. Steaks, shrimp beignets, shrimp po' boys, and the best gumbo in the French Quarter. And for souvenirs, visit our website at spiritsonbourbon.com. Spirits on Bourbon, 615 Bourbon Street.
We think of it like a boxing match. You know, we're going to put on the gloves and we're going to come out swinging. We're never going to stop until the 9 innings are done. You know, call ourselves grinders because no matter what, we're going to keep coming.
That's Ragin' Cajuns Friday starter Carson Baranek bringing us back from break. Carson did something that every one of the weekend pitchers did for the Ragin' Cajuns this weekend. Won a game to remain unbeaten on the season. Look at the numbers. Baranek is 8-0 with a 2.40 ERA. Ryan Wilson on Saturday, he moved to 5-0. His minuscule ERA now 1.38. And on Sunday, it was Cody Booty moving to 5-0 as well. His ERA at 3.43. Let's check in with ULL. The Ragin' Cajuns continue to score well in all areas, and they continue to rank well in all polls. They remain first in the nation in collegiate baseball and climbed to second in the country in the other 4 major polls after a conference weekend sweep over the University of Arkansas Little Rock. 2-run single from Tyler Gerard in the 5th helped ULL to a 5-2 win on Saturday as the Ragin' Cajuns win their 10th straight weekend series.
You know, it's so hard to be consistent in this game. It's a tough game to be consistent in, and that's the maturity of this team, is being able to be consistent, and that's what's helping us right now. But to get this series won like we've been doing them, you know, in the first 2 days is really, really huge, because now you're kind of playing with house money for the 3rd game now.
We try to come out here and win the series as fast as we can, and that's taking the Friday game and then the Saturday game. And I mean, our pitching has been great, and then our hitters, we've been able to score first and keep putting them on. So it's just it's an awesome feeling to go and take the series and give ourselves a chance to sweep.
ULL, one of the top teams in the country, and here's a good reason why. They're sending guys to the mound that are really dominating and throwing the ball well. But when you talk about their hitting, it's not just that they stand up there and club the ball or they get real aggressive and swing with mean intent. These guys are intelligent too. You can't win 10 straight a weekend series versus college opponents in Division I, and you can't get 27 games out of 38 where you get 10 hits or more. You can't do that unless you do something really specific, and that is stay directional with the baseball as a hitter. So all the young hitters out there looking at this stuff, especially if you're swinging wood, you cannot try to go up there and just hack. You got to have some intelligence about you, some good approaches, and those coaches, hats off to them, are probably talking this day in and day out. That ball comes in, if it starts meandering this way, they're going to have to stay inside of it, get on this half of the ball, and drive it the other way. Same thing if it's inside. We're going to stay directional with the ball. Hitting is all about being directional, and again, it's about adjusting as well. So this team's on fire, but part of the reason is no one can figure them out. Do we throw them outside? Do we throw them inside, soft, lefty, righty? It doesn't matter. They're drilled to be reactive and stay directional with the baseball.
Joey, well put. As for Tulane, a tough 4-3 loss on Friday, then a 2-1 loss to Rice on Saturday. Trying to avoid the sweep on Sunday, and it sure looked good when they got out to a 5-0 lead in the first. But once again, a tough, heartbreaking finish. Let's check in now with the Tulane report. After 5 straight losses, Tulane was more than ready to break into the win column for Jake Gautreau on Tuesday against McNeese State. It started on the mound. A very solid outing from starter Emerson Gibbs. The sophomore right-hander went 5 strong innings, holding the Cowboys to 5 hits and just 2 runs. It was just enough as the Green Wave win it 3-2 in 10 innings. The first win under interim head coach Jake Gautreau.
Every game is a big game for us, whether it's tonight or this weekend. We're treating every single game like it's a must-win. The conference games obviously are huge games for us. We're going into Charlotte. I like where the team is right now mentally. Guys are still focused. Guys still want this. Nobody's giving in. And Charlotte looks like it could be a weekend where we could possibly get back on track. So we're going to go there, get everything we have, and try to win some ball games.
Tulane definitely struggled this weekend, but don't think they're playing bad baseball. They lost 2 one-run games. They got ahead in the third game and then really just couldn't hang on for a variety of different reasons. If you talk to both the coaches, Chad Suter, Jake Gautreau, those guys are excited about their young team, and they are very young. So I look at this team as an evolution in process, right? You're watching a team that you don't have your head coach. I mean, remember, Rick Jones recruited all these guys, signed all these guys. He's the patriarch. He's not there. He's not in the dugout. And you have 2 really good guys in Gautreau and Suter at the helm. So let this play out a little bit. You're going to see a little bit different team as the season wears on, but expect these guys to mature greatly over the next month.
Time for another break here in Louisiana baseball. When we return, we segue from the diamond to the links, but we still stay right here under the umbrella of Big Easy Sportsplex. We'll talk golf when we return on Louisiana baseball. For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
At MyHealthInsuranceLady.com, we offer online quotes for Blue Cross, Humana, and Coventry, just to name a few.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
We offer you expert advice on choosing a plan that's right for you and your family.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
So go to MyHealthInsuranceLady.com for your health insurance needs.
That's My Health Insurance Lady.
MyHealthInsuranceLady.com.
How you doing? I'm Andre Labe. I'm a physical therapist. I'm actually the owner and CEO of Total Package Performance and Wellness Facility here at the Big Easy Sportsplex. Our program and our facility was actually spawned off of the idea that we have been seeing a dramatic increase in injuries in the adolescent age group from ages from like 10 to 17. Get athletic, beautiful. Call us here at Total Package or email us here at tpfunction.com and we can give you all the information on our program.
Over the past 2 years, Cypress Lakes Country Club at Ormond has made a $2 million investment into the facility and is now making a strong membership drive to reach our goals. Cypress Lakes Country Club is a great place to play golf, play tennis, swim, or entertain business clients. We offer a full-service sports bar, dining room, and grand ballroom for your wedding receptions and special events. It's a great place for golf, but we're so much more. Cypress Lakes Country Club, why don't you drop in and join today?
Welcome back to Louisiana Baseball. Eric Ritchie alongside Joey Cabaceres. One of the majors, the Masters. Bubba Watson wins for the second time in 3 years. And Joey, it seems like every time that the Masters are on, everybody wants to golf, and you can actually do so right here at Big Easy.
Yeah, really neat amenity here for our guys and our members. We have a 7,000 square foot indoor driving range, indoor putting, chipping, science in motion called sand putting, TrackMan. Let those guys tell you about it. Really neat spot.
Rob Noel's Big Easy Golf Complex, one of his main instructors, Craig Trahan, tells us more.
Welcome. My name is Craig Trahan, and I'm the Director of Instruction here at the Big Easy Golf Academy. Big Easy Golf Academy is a 6,500 square foot indoor golf training facility. I'm currently standing on our driving range. A couple things we do here that's so unique is that we analyze your golf swing with TrackMan. We go through the dynamics in slow motion, frame by frame. Awesome. We also have something called the Sam Putt Lab, Science in Motion in Sports, that really gets an in-depth look at your putting stroke. The indoor driving range is a great asset to Big Easy Golf Academy. In any weather, you can come in here, work on your mechanics, work on your full swing, and enjoy our training aids, our mirrors, portable launch monitors, and hit golf balls in a climate-controlled area. On the junior side, we start training at the age of 5. Through the Rob Noel Junior Champions Academy, we have developed a long-term athletic development program that will enhance your junior's ability to play the best golf of their life. Let's make a practice swing, feel your pivot, feel what we're working on. Stand a little bit wider for me. Chest down, arms out, there you go. Feel that? Awesome. It's been highly successful on the North Shore at the Rob Noel Golf Academy in Money Hill, and we've brought it here to the South Shore, and it's been a smash. The kids that really love training here, and it's been a great asset to Big Easy Golf Academy. Some of the other highlights in Big Easy Golf Academy is our Bird Zone. If you don't know what our Bird Zone is, come on in, compete on our Bird Zone. It's a putting game, and it will test your putting abilities. Big news is that the PGA Tour stop will be here at the TPC Louisiana next week. The Zurich Classic's a great week for golf in the city of New Orleans, and the Big Easy Golf Academy will be there. Come out, stop at our booth, and get a free putting analysis on our Sam Putt Lab. If you'd like to come out and take part in the special things that are happening at Big Easy Golf Academy, give me a call at 504-300-1235 or check us out at BigEasyGolfAcademy.com.
In the heart of the French Quarter, the recently renovated Spirits on Bourbon, as seen on Spike TV, is your must-see destination on Bourbon Street, with nightly entertainment featuring our dueling piano show. Sing along and have a great time. Spirits on Bourbon, with our world-famous signature drink, the Resurrection, served in our souvenir blinking skull mug with tons of booze and a jalapeno for extra kick. Or try the Barber Beer. It's not a beer, it's a delicious mixed drink with whipped cream vodka, root beer schnapps, cream soda, and topped with whipped cream. Or if you dare, pay homage to our resident ghost, Edward Dubois, and have a shot in his barber chair. Come hungry. Our great food is served 24 hours a day, Thursday through Monday. Steaks, shrimp beignets, shrimp po' boys, and the best gumbo in the French Quarter. And for souvenirs, visit our website at spiritsonbourbon.com. Spirits on Bourbon, 615 Bourbon Street. And just for a little update, the co-owners of Spirits on Bourbon, Steve Smith and Brad Bohannon, legitimate superstars. Reality show stars for real. Both guys participating in the fundraising Reality Rally last week out in California. It sets up a big event this week at Spirits on Bourbon. Friday night, April 18th from 7:30 to 9:30. It's John Taffer from Spike TV's Bar Rescue coming full circle and returning to the bar that he helped redesign. It's a John Taffer book signing at Spirits on Bourbon, Friday night, 7:30 to 9:30.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us, why are you a member?
this Catholic League, every win's a huge win. They're tough to come by because every team that you play is a quality club. Everybody's got good pitching. Everybody's fundamentally sound. Everybody's coached well. So it's just sometimes it's the luck of the draw. Who's hot that night?
That's ex-big leaguer and current Shaw baseball coach Kirk Bullinger bringing us back from break. And Joey, you're a product of the Catholic League. You know this is the time when it really gets interesting.
It is. It seems like the temperature goes up right outside, and then everybody starts getting hot. And you'll see teams right now really starting to separate themselves from everybody else. You'll see good teams that were good all year start to do a little bit of this. Good teams start to climb, so it's an exciting time in the Catholic League.
Time now for us to shine the high school spotlight, and we do so squarely on the Catholic League. A rainy, windy night causing a 30-minute delay at Kirsch Rooney Stadium as Brother Martin hosted St. Aug. News of Jesuits' loss at Shaw had already filtered in before this game had started. That meant a Crusaders win would put them in a tie for first in the Catholic League. Brother Martin wasting little time to take care of business. Leadoff hitter Daniel Leher, the line drive that would go all the way to the wall. Leher would wind up at third and would later score in the inning on a ground out, giving Brother Martin a 1-0 lead. Stayed that way until the bottom of the third. Gregory Dykman, with a runner on, sends an absolute bomb over the 370 sign in right center. Home run number 10 on the season for Dykman. That leads all hitters in the area, and the Crusaders led 3-0. Later in the third, Rafael DeRoche, he slams a hit to right. Another run would score, and the Crusaders led 4-0. On the mound, that was plenty for Brother Martin starter Luke Bernard. He holds the Purple Knights to just 2 hits through 5 innings of shutout ball. In the bottom of the fifth, the Crusaders break it open. A 10-0 lead and the mercy rule in effect. Brother Martin now 20-3 overall, but 4-1 in the Catholic League, moving into a tie for first place.
You know, we heard before the game from our coaches that Jesuit had gotten that loss, so you know, we weren't really worried about that. We just wanted to come in here, do our job with this team, and you know, just play our game so we can move forward.
There was a tough loss at Shaw, and we needed to get back on track, and we did a lot of things well tonight. I thought CJ pitched a really good game in adverse conditions, and offensively we're about as good as we've been all year. Right now, the focus for us is just staying consistent, and we've been able to do that this year, especially on the mound. Defensively, we've been awfully solid, and you know, if we can hit the ball like we did tonight, I think things look good as far as the future goes. But again, this is a tough league. We got a lot of tough baseball games ahead of us, and we just have to stay focused and you know, keep working hard at practice. That's the main thing.
You know, we just had to refocus. A team came out swinging the bats, gave me an early lead, felt comfortable pitching out there. Coach told us that good teams are measured when they go through adversity, and we just had to come back out here and just get back on the right track, get another win.
Out to Maestri Field, where Shaw, fresh off handing second-ranked Jesuit its first Catholic League loss of the season, setting their sights on the third-ranked 5A team in the state, Brother Martin. This one turned out to be a flat-out gritty performance on the mound by both Shaw's Austin Jackson and Brother Martin's
Corey Giacone.
First run of the game came on the ground out by Owen McGee that scored Daniel Leher. Crusaders led 1-0. Bottom of the fourth, LSU bound Gregory Dykman will get himself in scoring position by stealing second base. It paid off. 2 batters later, it's Jonathan Hawker coming through with the RBI single. Dykman never breaks stride, he scores, and it's 2-0 Crusaders. Shaw would load the bases with no outs in the 6th, but
Corey Giacone
got out of the jam with a strikeout and some help from his defense. Shaw would threaten in the 7th as well, but Brother Martin wins 2-0, and at 5-1 in District 9 5A, moves back into a first-place tie in the Catholic League with Jesuit.
They did have a big win the other day, beating Jesuit 7-2. We knew we had to come out and play. Austin Jackson, their pitcher, I thought did a great job of changing speeds. He located very well, and fortunate enough for us, we had some timely hitting that got us a couple of runs.
Joe, you mentioned about high school pitching, and I know injuries have been on a rise, kind of the theme this year in prep baseball.
Yeah, it's been big, and nowhere more than at Big Easy do we see these, because we get a lot of referrals from multiple orthopedists all the way from Houston, Texas. One of the main things we're looking at is, guys are, and this is coming from Dr. Andrews as well, guys are pitching year-round, not just throwing, not going outside playing pitch, catch, would pop. They're actually pitching or using the same amount of force when they throw a baseball year-round, and especially on skeletally immature throwers, that's a big issue. Not to mention, a new kind of fad is, see, this is a heavy ball. This isn't a baseball. It's not meant to be thrown as hard as you can or even held on to when you throw it. This is causing a lot of problems down here. Speak to about a dozen orthopedists lately in the area. This is something they're seeing a lot of kids coming in hurt from. So, these types of gimmicks or velocity programs that are put out there, they're really suckering in the high school age and younger player who wants to get that higher radar velocity, who wants that gun to say 91, 92, so they can get a college scholarship. But the reality is, if you're skeletally mature, you can't handle that kind of load, and you're setting yourself up for danger.
I'm Dr. Michael O'Brien. I practice at the Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, and I'm a shoulder and elbow specialist. What's really concerning is the catastrophic injury to the elbow, and that's the ulnar collateral ligament tear, or UCL tear in the elbow. So this young pitcher is going to need surgery. We have to fix this olecranon fracture with a screw down the bone, and he's going to end up having his ulnar collateral ligament reconstructed as well. Once we get their range of motion and their strength back, and we're finished with them from our rehab side, then we hand the patient over to the Big Easy Sportsplex to really fine-tune everything to get them ready to return to throw. So that's called a return to throwing program. Andre LeBay with the Total Package program is very involved with this. He is an excellent therapist who helps us get their strength back and get them back to the mound. From there, they go work with Joey Cabaceres at Big Easy Sportsplex. He is very good at fine-tuning the mechanics of the throwing motion so that they don't re-injure themselves in the future.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us, why are you a member?
For over 4 decades, Aero Fence has provided top quality fencing, gates, and service. Not only specializing in all types of fencing, Aero Fence offers automated gates and controls. With an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, Aero Fence is fully licensed and insured. For a free estimate, log on to our website or call today.
Well, I didn't exactly have the spring I wanted. I didn't have things going during the spring right when I showed up like I wanted to. So, I'm excited to come down here and, get my stuff going, get everything clicking like it was here last year. And like you said, it's a comfortable environment for me to be in, so I'm looking forward to that.
So as we close out this week's show by going around the horn, we talk about those New Orleans Zephyrs. That was Brian Flynn, the opening day starter, big left-hander, pitched well on opening night, Joey, but like the rest of the team, hasn't done as well since. They lost 7 games in a row, currently on the road right now, but looks like we might get some help in that pitching staff. Mike Owens, the former Tulane pitcher, expected here in about a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's on what he signed free agent with the Marlins, expected to be extended spring training for him. Remember, he and Brian Bogusevic were on the cover, Baseball America 2005. So a nice reunion coming back here to New Orleans. Really important, too. Go out and watch these guys play. They're looking for people in the stands. At Big Easy Sportsplex, if you go online, BigEasySportsplex.com, any purchase out of a Marucci store, any purchase out of our restaurant, Sidelines Cafe, or any membership, automatically 4 tickets to an April 27th game. So come on in.
That'll do it for this week's edition of Louisiana Baseball. For Craig Trahan, for Joey Cabaceres, I'm Eric Ritchie. Thanks so much for watching Louisiana Baseball from the Big Easy Sportsplex.